let's get back to the sort of three things that I teach and have taught for years now. The first rule, so if you're taking notes at home, the first rule is sell something that has volume.
Yeah.
Now, as you saw with that software, we own that piece of software, my business partners and I, and our students use it. That's how we know it does a lot more than just show you the sales and Amazon. It does a whole bunch of other functions, but it makes it easy now to see. We were the first Amazon approved piece of software into the Amazon App Store, which is pretty amazing. But that software makes finding out the volume easy. So you've got to sell things that there is volume. I like to see at least $2,000 or $3,000 a month of volume. If it's lower than that, it's just like a learner product maybe, because there's a fair bit of work to be done either way.
Yeah, you don't want to be trying to sell something that people aren't looking for.
Right.
You've got to. I always use a river analogy. You want a river to be flowing to throw your bait into.
Yes.
So you don't want to create a river. So you need to have already people looking for that type of product. You don't want to try and create a market.
Yeah. The second one is gas factor, which is GAS, and GAS stands for give a shit. So you want to sell things that people care about.
Yeah.
If you're selling tissue paper, nobody really cares. They're going to go into Amazon, they're going to type in Kleenex tissues and they're gone. It's a $5 purchase, they don't care. But if it's for their kid or it's for the house or for their pet or, just anything even this kind of stuff, campers are environmentally friendly. And if there was an eco egg container from recycled, whatever, that was prayed over by Buddhists, they would probably buy it and pay an extra $4 for it,
Totally would.
So sell things that people care about, because the other reason about that is that if you're selling a product with a care factor, people will pay more if there's a better version of it and they perceive it to be of higher quality.
Yep.
And that's important because Amazon is a price sensitive, there's a lot of pressure on price.
Yep.
And also you can afford a little bit more marketing budget if you're in that sort of area of.
All my products are higher priced because of exactly that. People will pay. There's obviously, I've tested the limits, but they will definitely pay, I'm 3 times more expensive than the main seller in my niche. Yeah.
3 times the price.
3 times. I don't sell anywhere near the volume, but I don't want to.
I was interviewing a student the other day, and her product's selling for 60 and the average in the category is 30. Yeah. But again, it's a passion product. It's for kids as well. And people care about it if it's, So, things again, like, if you look at this, right, this is a stuffed penguin, and this product is, on the surface you go, it's just a stuffed penguin. But I don't have kids, but if I did, I would be screwed because I'd be the softest dad in the world because I enjoy hanging out with little kids. And if I was buying one of these for my daughter because she'd just watched Frozen, I would want to get the best one ever for her, so I would go there and you think, okay, I'm going to look at these stuffed penguins. You can buy these on Alibaba for about $1.20 and they sell on Amazon for $12 to $15. This guy does about 12,000 US a month. But I would go and get a cartoonist off Upwork or Freelancer for like $10 an hour and I maybe hire 3 of them and get some designs done and said, listen, these are the 5 most purchased penguins and I want you to out-cute them. Yep. So draw me some drawings of the cutest penguins, maybe give them a bigger belly, bigger eyes. I had an idea of putting 2 together with a giving stone that says I love you, because penguins, when they mate for life, and the male goes and finds a rock, the best rock that he can find, and then he puts it under his feet, he waddles over and he gives it to the girl, and if the girl likes the rock, then they mate for life.
A bit like a ring.
A bit like a ring, yeah, exactly like real life. But I think a pouch with the pebble in it, and then you're selling 2 penguins for $20, but you actually get the story. Yeah. And the story is kind of the souvenir that lasts beyond the gift. So it's thinking about that. If they care about what they're buying, if you're a dad or a mum looking to buy a nice penguin for your kid and there's something that's differentiated and there's a little story that goes with it, then they will pay a little more, especially in those lower areas. So that's the thing. So volume, gas factor, and the last one is a gap in the market, like an opportunity to differentiate in a way that they can see.
Yep.
So again, we've hammered that one home pretty hard. Yep. But how often do you see it? Because a lot of our students come to you and they ask for advice. How often do you see that they've got the rose-coloured glasses on and they can't see that their product just blends in? I see it all the time.
Yeah, all the time. And I encourage people to chase the data first, check the data and find the particular area that you want to sell in, the niche that you want to sell in. Don't get caught up with what's on Amazon already, because it will then blinker you into what's there. Don't go looking what's on Amazon. Try and find what your avatar would like somewhere else, and then come back and see whether it would fit in Amazon, because otherwise you get stuck with just thinking about what everybody else is thinking about. So
well, we were watching that video that just rolled in the production room at the back while it was rolling, and we looked at each other when we were talking about lunch boxes, and we went, you know what? They're all plastic and bright and purple and look like they've got toxic Chinese paint on them.
That's right.
What about a beautifully crafted wooden, or you got a designer involved and made something that was double the price, but just like matte black seals with a wooden lid and maybe a steel base or something, that was $60 instead of $30.
That's right.
That completely is an opportunity in my view. But you have to spend the time working with a product designer, but once you've done it, you get a design patent on it, and then which costs you about $300 or $400, and away you go.
Can I just make a point there? Because I think people get confused about how many you need to sell. Like if you're selling something, you have say $500 a month you want to make. You're selling something at $50 each. You want to make $500 a day. You only need to sell 10 items. So you don't have to appeal to every single person looking at Amazon, only the avatar that you are trying to create for. So you don't have to get caught up on, I'm going to sell 100 of these a day. You don't need to sell that many. You only need to sell 10 a day of something that's, giving you $220 profit each. I'll get the numbers right eventually. And you're making a really tidy margin.
And the best bit is you're not standing on a street corner going, lunch boxes, lunch boxes.
Exactly.
It's there working for you.
Yeah.
So doing that time in the beginning, there's a flowing river, there's the volume, you're selling something that people care about, right? So you like kids' lunchbox, pretty much any of these products care about. The wedding cake topper is a really great example of, most of the top ranking ones are that kind of thing, these humorous, groom getting dragged to the wedding. But then you look at this lady who is an artist who actually hand whittles one out of wood and then makes a mold. This particular one does $35,000 a month for one cake topper because it's got heart and feeling, and it looks like they actually love each other. Like you can feel it, the emotion there. But it's actually not that complex. You could find an artist to draw it, and then you find a sculptor to make the mold, and then you've got your mold and you're off to the races. And this lady does millions of dollars a year on Amazon just off cake toppers, which is extraordinary. But you can see she's obsessed with her avatar. You can feel the love in her cake toppers, and they're sold all over the world now, and she's made obviously a fortune. Hey guys, if you enjoyed that video, make sure you hit subscribe as well as the little bell that's sitting around here so that you get notified when we drop any new videos. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe and the bell.